Cookhead here, and welcome back to some more Witcher. I know
Anyone seeking to cross?
in the last video left off, I was in front of the Detective Raymond's house. And I have an excuse as to why I'm not there now, and why I'm in the swamp. And that reason is due to the fact that I accidentally pushed that mission forward just a little bit. So, I decided to just go ahead and do this one since, I pushed, I think it was this one, right? Yeah, I pushed this forward just a little bit on accident. It was only one, one phase forward. I'll explain what happened here in a minute, but we're gonna go to the golem, and on my way to the golem, what had happened was I was going through and I was completing some side missions, because you guys can notice now there's a bunch of side missions. There's not as many things here as there was last time, and I was just going through, I was doing some side missions, I was trying to get re-equipped to the game, and I just wanted to try to push forward, get some money, and do stuff while, you know, off camera, and blah blah blah. And I actually wrote down a list of the progress I made. I bought a drowner repelling tailspin, by the way, just for use on the swamp, because the drowners kind of get annoying. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read off of the list here. I got 200 orans from Carmen. I completed Carmen, the hooker, job line thing. I then slept with a hooker because I felt like it. Taller ended up being proven innocent by Shawnee's story, and get away from me. And the reason I talked to Shawnee because I had a party with Shawnee. A party with Shawnee, Dandelion, and I invited Siegfried to the party too. It was mostly just a reminiscence about their past, and we got drunk and listened to Dandelion and Siegfried sing. I gave roses to Shawnee as a thank you. She liked them, and then I had sex with Shawnee too. So, and then I came back to the swamp, and it turns out a boy went missing from the swamp homes. And I went to the druids to ask for help. And I also asked about a storm that I'm supposed to cause that I actually might need to cause to get this mission to work.
I need to wait for the storm.
Yeah, so let's go start that storm real quick. Where's the druid? Right there. Just go that way. And while over here I talked to the Dryad. I might need to end up censoring this pods because the Dryad is naked. But anyway, I asked the Dryad about the boy, and then I ended up fertilizing her flower, if you catch my drift. Okay, there's Morenn. If I can, I'll try to avoid her. Where's the Elder Druid? Okay, there's Morenn. Let's just not look at her, 'cause she's naked. Oops, sorry. Let's go ahead and start this storm.
What is it?
You druids control.
No.
You train.
No.
Well, I need a tempest with.
I can't.
I'll pay.
Five.
That's too.
Things.
Actually, hang on a second.
Oh.
Don't look at Morenn.
What is it?
I really don't want to have to censor anything.
You druids control nature's forces, right?
No, we cannot. Rather, we live by its rhythms.
You train wild animals, and you can stir up a storm?
No, I mean yes, but not by force.
Well, I need a tempest with thunder and lightning. Can you create one?
I can, but as I said...
I'll pay. Call it a donation toward the prevention of further devastation of the environment.
500 orans.
That's too much.
Things are getting more expensive, and we have to live somehow.
500 it is.
Come back when you're ready.
I'm ready now.
Here's 500 orans. I await my storm.
It's no easy feat. I'm no common mage, harnessing storms with absurd stone posts.
What posts?
Anyone magical can activate the 3 stone posts at the golem burial ground. They attract lightning.
Maybe I can use the posts to wake the golem.
Fortunately, that creature stands beyond the post's range. Experimenting with nature's forces can only bring misfortune.
How are the posts
Standing
activated?
Touch them while intending to attract a storm. But danger abounds. A careless instant can cost your life.
I'll be careful. Farewell.
I know your intention,
Ah,
Witcher,
damn it.
and
Gonna
I
have to
would
censor her.
prepare. Imbibe some of those potions, for you'll need them.
A witcher without potions is half a witcher druid.
Okay, don't look at. I must put the lightning rod in stones and I already did that. Yeah, damn it. I didn't want to have to censor that, but now I'm going to have to. Okay, and then after I got busy with the Dryad, we'll head back over to Stone Golem. I went back to the swamp. The reason I came to the swamp was because I was on a mission from Lua Varden to remove some drowners near the dock, so his stuff could be transported. I got 400 in gold from him. There we go. For doing such a thing. And then while I was in the swamp, I killed a bunch of drowners, and I went to Siegfried about his notice. I got 150 orns from that. Ooh. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. By the way, my sword's a meteorite sword now. Oh dear lord. No. Which one do I use? Do I use the meteorite sword? I don't know. I don't think he's a monster. I did some damage to him and oh, maybe I have to use the silver sword. No? Hang on one second. Let me I made these for this fight. Yeah, I have a meteorite sword, by the way. I don't know which sword to use. He pulled out this sword, so shoot. Just use this one, see what happens. Man, I don't know. Come here. Okay, that didn't work. Alright then. Okay, anyway, while I was in the swamp, while I was messing around with the druids, I met an elf man, Gayville. He wanted me to take a message to the dwarf. He wanted me to take a message to Vivaldi, the dwarf, but I took the message to Vivaldi, but I couldn't take the message back due to Siegfried's mission. You guys saw when I was exiting, the order was out there. Siegfried was out there. He wanted me to take care of some Scoia'tael near the golem's home. So I failed that mission, but I got 200 orns, and I also learned that Berengar is alive. Berengar is not dead. I acquired the permit to the cemetery. I visited an abandoned house for some old wine. Some guy in a tavern wanted some wine from an abandoned house. He didn't pay me, so I kept all the bottles of the wine, and then I sold them for about 60 apiece, I think, to the waitress and the bar. I walked into some random slug's house. He offered me coin to get rid of some ghosts in some other house. It was a trap. He was trying to kill me. I killed him and his friends. I rescued a half elf in the process. She asked me to visit her at the non-human's house, learn some lessons of the elder language, which was just me guessing what she'd said. And, intercourse ensued. Visited a warehouse around midnight. It turns out Vincent Mays was dealing with the salamander. Killed all the salamander in the warehouse, went to talk to Vincent, question him. Let's go get that storm. Questioned Vincent. It was just mostly accusing him of letting the professor out of jail / meeting with Javed. He didn't necessarily deny anything to a point, but it turns out he was innocent anyway. I forgot how I figured out he was innocent. Where's Maureen? Let me finish reading this off real quick. There's quite a bit, actually. I did a lot. I visited Louis Varden again. I gave him the salamander pins he wanted. He gave me 600 orns for the 3 of them. He gave me 10 times the regular price. I learned he has a secret society that wants to destroy the salamander. Bad for business, he says. I'm awaiting his next move. He hasn't moved that forward at all. Yeah, he hasn't moved that forward. I ran into some widow. You guys remember the wraith in front of the cemetery? That was her husband. She gave me 200 orns to deal with her husband. She wanted to try to cheat me, but I got my money. I went to Ramsmead's house, paid the guard 20 orns to get in, got straight to the point and pointed out he was working for Azar. He said, "You're lucky I'm in a good mood to get out of here before you're carried out," or something. Waiting for a better opportunity to confront, but that's okay, because I stole all his stuff. Bitter opportunity. I moved this dice poker thing forward too. I beat Vaska in poker, and then I beat the gardener in poker. I could play professionally after I beat the gardener, and then I beat Monroe, and then Toller, I think. Yeah. So, and then I visited Gramps, the guy who was here. Apparently there were non-human bones and brains in his house. He's a cannibal. He says that he never eats children, yet there's a missing child. I don't know if he has a child or if the child's just missing, but that's it. And in return for me not killing him yet, he gave me a potion recipe and has offered his assistance. I made a bunch of potions. 2 points. I'm reading from this list that I wrote down. I bought all the books that the merchant in town had. I forgot what his name was, but I bought all those books and I read it, so now my monster thing and ingredients are pretty full. There's still a lot more stuff to go, but I did some business for Coleman and he disappeared. I talked to his brother. He's paying me to find out information on him. So it turns out Vincent is trying to help stop the salamander, or Coleman is helping Vincent try to stop the salamander, but Coleman is leaking information about the hairy bear and stuff like that to the city guards. So that's how I proved Vincent's innocence. I received 100 orens from Coleman for doing his business that he wanted me to do, which was just going to clear some ghosts out of the abandoned house. I turned Coleman into his brother, and it turns out there was a price on whoever the snitch's head was, and I received 500 orens from the innkeeper from Ramsmead for him. Talked to Vincent about his innocence. In return, he gave me this city guard. Ooh, there's a wolf here. Hello. Hang on 1 second. Yeah. Rah. Okay. In return, he gave me this city guard ring, which just makes the city guards leave me alone. It's not like they were bothering me in the first place, but that's there. I think that's only so I can deal with the salamander without the city guards bugging me. He gave me some information about the salamander wanting to take over the Fizztech business. Turns out Javed's a Fizztech junkie, and he smells the money in the trade. I met a dwarf in the swamp named Yaren Bolts. He offered me to help him find these Begatrix blossoms. I've already finished this mission, but I've just been collecting them for alchemy purposes. And take them to the ferryman. I found them, I paid 400. Yarn wanted half, I didn't give him half. Ha! Yarn offered me another job, which was clearing a pathway from a bunch of monsters. It was this pathway, because this was all full of monsters and stuff. It was suggested that I talk to Vasca, so I went and I talked to Vasca, and she told me to convince Yarn to sacrifice his axe to the Water Lords, which we did, and they accepted it, and they gave me an amulet for it, and I gave that amulet to Yarn, and then I cleared this pathway. It was just killing like 3 Jowners, 3 Blood Glazers, and 3 of those. 3 of... 3 of... these things. 3 of these echinopses. I got 400. I got 400 for that. And then I gave Cockstein his Algul Merrill. He gave me 150 orens for that. I finally gave him the Ghoul Blood, which was 100 more orens. And then there was a couple other things, but I can't access it from here. Give me 1 second. There we go. I had to scroll down on the notepad. I gave the gardener his Echinops roots. There was a notice about it. Give me 100 orens for those. I gave John Perry, the guy by the swamp dog, he wanted 10 wolf pelps. He gave me 150 orens for those. I banged a harbor whore. And then I visited the crypt, and this is what moved me forward. I visited the crypt in the cemetery. I found Raymond's body. This proved Kalkstein's innocence somehow. But I found his, and I accidentally moved that main mission forward just a bit. It turns out Azar Java is pretending to be Raymond. I spoke to the gravedigger and told him about Raymond. I gave him back his key. I spoke to Kalkstein, proved his innocence. I talked to him about fighting Azar. And the fight is planned to take place in the swamp tower somewhere in one of these swamps, and the reason being to weaken Azar, because apparently he gets his power from fire, and water weakens fire. So, and then I gave the gravedigger wanted 6 dog lard. I gave him that. I only had to kill 1 dog for the dog lard, which was kind of a disappointment. I had the other 5 on hand somehow, but I only had to kill 1 dog for that, and that's pretty much everything I did while I was off camera. So, probably put an annotation or something to skip the video if you guys don't want to listen to me talk about all of that, because I'm sure that took quite a bit of time. Okay, let me talk to the Elder Druid while he's away from... Speak to me. Thank you.
What is...
Just,
well, I'll...
5
That's...
things.
500 orens, 500 just... Take it.
Here's...
It's...
I'll be...
I know you're...
A witcher with...
Take it. Alright, let's go. Just pay... I must pay the 500. Okay, now I gotta go put the lightning rod in the golem's hand. Alright then, but yeah, as I was saying, I'll probably put something to skip that before I start talking, because I don't know if you guys want to listen to that or not, but if I did do it and you skipped it, hi, welcome back. Finished talking about all that, now we're gonna go put the whatchamacallit in the golem's hand. And if you guys can hear me drinking, that is because I am. And I apologize. Alright. Let's put this in here. Actually, let's save real quick, so I don't have to do this every time. Just in headphone. Alright, so... We're supposed to... I gotta put the lightning rod in his hand. Oh, and by the way, I have this meteorite sword. I'm not sure if I told you guys this yet, but it's just... It was forged from 3 pieces of blue meteorite. It cost me like 600 orens. So I have that. Let's go ahead and do this. Again. Where'd the lightning rod go? he did grab that sword. Okay. Alright, you know what helped? Maybe this. I must defeat the golem. Yeah, alright, that did damage. Maybe I can only do damage to him while he's in here. Ah! I don't know how to work this. I don't know how this works. Maybe I do need a potion. Oh, and I leveled up a bunch of times too. I haven't distributed the points yet, but yeah, I leveled up a bunch. I made a mutagen potion too, so I could level up that one mutagen thing. Ow. Just skip that. Whoop, wrong sword. You know what I want to try, since I haven't had a chance to actually use this weapon. Maybe there's a certain way. I'm supposed to attack. Oh, that did something. What was that? Oh, I don't know. Do I still have that lighting on? I do not. Unknown potion. I have 2 unknown potions. What does this do? Oh, yeah, this one. This one only lasts for 20 minutes though, so. Ooh, slow motion battle. Slow motion battle. I really don't like this potion. I'm gonna take this potion. I don't like that potion. Make it go away. Never mind. I'll never. Not gonna use that potion again. Okay. Let's drink one of these. Dude. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Wait. I have a thing. Golem is a creature made of stone or wood, brought to life by a mage, animated using magic. Its tough body is immune to sword blows and most effects. The golem can be stopped by its maker, usually a giant is set in motion by a lightning bolt, so a major electric shock. Once an absent-minded mage created a golem animating it by casting Alzu's Thunder and ordered his new servant to fetch water before burying himself in his scholarly books. The golem kept carrying water day and night without pause and ultimately flooded not only the mage's house but the whole city. As you can see, my young students of the art, improper use of tools and lack blah blah blah. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to shock him somehow, but I don't really know Maybe if I get him right next to the... Yes! Haha! Okay. He has to be right next to the pylon that strikes the lightning. Wahaha. I have figured it out. Suck it. Oh, maybe not. Alright. Now that I've figured it out, I won't have to waste those potions. I might just cut that pot. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut that part. That was just a battle of me running around trying to figure out what to do. So anyway, guys, I cut that pot. Hopefully. And I figured out what I'm supposed to do to destroy the golem. You don't actually attack him, you have to strike him with the lightning. So, I figured out how to do that. I have to get him right next to the pylon. He has to be like right next to the pylon. Come here. Hopefully this works. Oh, okay, that didn't work. So yeah, I figured out what to do, I think. Sword blows are ineffective against him, so is magic. I just have to get him next to the pylon and hit him with the lightning. Yes. Ah! Don't touch me. Don't touch me. 'Cause you hurt. Don't touch me 'cause you hurt. Oh my goodness. God. This is hard. The lightning wouldn't strike me if I didn't have so many swords on my back. Boop. Come here. Oh my goodness, what the hell? Urgh. Ah. My goodness. This is a real pain in the butt. You know, I wonder if I can use this right before I click the pylon. And it'll protect me from the damage. Well, we're about to find out. Oh, no we're not. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna do that, and we'll see if it works. Come here. Come here. Ah. I don't really want to... Oh, that struck him. Okay. Come here, big boy. Come here, big boy. Oh my goodness. Why do you do this to me? Why? Let's get him a stand. Come to me. Come before me. Good. Now come here. Come on. Yes! Haha! I did it! I must remove the Sephiroth from the golem. That's my Sephiroth. And the golem's heart, which is used in a potion. Yes! Alright. That's finished. I'm gonna go ahead and save, so I don't have to do that again, because that was... pain in the butt. Now, where's this last Sephiroth? Really? I don't want. I'm gonna go ahead and head back over to the landing. I'll meet you guys back.